Hello, and welcome. My name is Mike, and on behalf of Boss Inc., I'd like to present to you a modern-day solution to a modern-day problem. Today's fast-paced nature of the world has us moving so fast, we typically don't know what's on our plate. But in today's presentation, we'll solve this problem as we go through and classify everything as a soup, a sandwich, or a ravioli. Stay tuned so we can solve this problem together. Once again, welcome to the presentation. This is how we're going to start off with the classification of all foods, okay? The first premises that we're going to go over is that there's no salad, okay? This is soup, sandwich, ravioli, people. Mom and Dad couldn't afford a salad category this time around, okay? That's all right. Maybe next time. Maybe in your classifications, but not in this one. All food has got to be classified in one of these three categories. Has to. Will not abide if not. You're going to be grounded if you leave some cereals or candies in one of these other subcategories, not in a soup sandwich or ravioli, okay? And then thirdly, I'm telling you, no subcategories. That's cheating, and you know it. And I'm looking at each and every one of you that's thinking, well, this one's a little bit different. No. Soup, sandwich, ravioli, next. This is both hypothetical. This is not truth or fully, okay? Once again, hypothetical argument. Thank you. And then however you eat these foods does not count. We are basing these classifications on how these foods are prepared in their standard final form. If you come at me and tell me that you eat pizza in a ball after you've rolled it up, and it counts as a ravioli because of that, no, wrong, cheating. See subcategories. That's not right. Okay. That pizza was prepared in a box, and I guarantee you they didn't make it into a ball, unless you're Eric Andre. That's not how we're going to do this. We have got to go about standards, people. Thank you. Now, moving on to our first category, we got soups. Now, what are soups, you may ask? I'm telling you, a soup is anything that is variable or variably inconsistent in form. Now, what does that mean? You can have all these different beautiful, lovely soups on the screen that you see now, and sure, you can walk into a restaurant and they'd say, yeah, that's soup. That's not gonna fly here, okay? Soups are a lot broader in their purpose in this hypothetical argument, okay? Soups can contain anything that has any unlayered food about it, okay? Now, what I'm trying to say here is that soups are consistent through the entire item, okay? You can say a baked potato is a soup. You can say a steak is a soup because it's consistent throughout the whole thing. And what I mean by it's variably consistent as well is in these soups you got here, you got things all around inside. That's okay because it's all in one little container. And when you put your spoon in there and try to get some of it out, you know what you're getting. Same thing with your baked potato, with your steak, with your cake, okay? These are all examples of soups, all right? Now, you can talk about the bread bowl subcategory and how skins can separate certain items from soups to be a ravioli. Let's use an apple for an example, okay? Now, if you take an apple, it's got skin and it's got meat on the inside. You could say, yeah, sure, that skin doesn't count as part of the apple, and thus, it's a ravioli. Incorrect answer. Not a subcategory. I'm telling you, you're cheating. That apple has got to be a soup. It falls under the bread bowl categorization. And what I mean by that is if you have a standard soup and they serve it to you in a bread bowl, you don't look at them and say, thanks for the ravioli, whenever your waiter or waitress comes up and gives that to you. No. The soup does not have to be in a bowl. It does not have to be in something that you eat, but it can be. And in the examples of a French fry that may have a softer potato inside and a crunchy outer shell, or an apple, it is still part of the item. If these items are contained all by standard preparation things, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Moving on. Sandwiches. Now, what's a sandwich? I'm telling you, if you're asking me that question, you obviously aren't looking for a correct answer. What I'm going to tell you a sandwich is that it's anything that is layered but has one or multiple openings in its layering. That includes tacos, and that includes salad wraps, okay? You look at these salad wraps up here, not a great example, because as it looks right there, you're not gonna eat it like that, okay? Nobody eats it like that. Sure, they bring it to you prepared. I don't know where you heard that from, but in this situation, nobody's gonna eat that salad wrap, or lettuce wrap rather, like that. You have to roll the lettuce wrap up, thus the name lettuce wrap, salad wrap. These people don't know what they're doing. I threw that one in there just to confuse you all, I guarantee you. Tacos, obviously a sandwich, has one opening, and then your standard ham and cheese, peanut butter jelly, still considered sandwiches. Now you can bring up the saucer. You can bring up your little peanut butter jelly sandwiches that you can buy at the grocery and put in your freezer. I don't know why people do that, but sure. And it's cupped around the edges. However, that was not its standard prepared form. So, in this situation, peanut butter and jellies, even if it's in a saucer, still count as a sandwich, not a ravioli, which we're right here. A ravioli, now what's that? Almost the exact same as a sandwich, however, it has 0 openings. In this situation, we're looking at a chicken pot pie that's been cut open. Now that, once again, you may look at that and say, oh, that's an opening. Wrong answer. I'm telling you, that's a ravioli. That is not its standard final prepared form. That is during consumption, okay? If you look at me and you bring me an apple and take a bite out of it and say, oh, now it's a sandwich or now it's a ravioli, I'm gonna look at you like you're insane. If you bring me a calzone and split it open and say, hey, would you like a bite of my sandwich? I'm probably gonna take a bite of that sandwich and then throw it in the trash. I mean ravioli. What I'm trying to say here is that you have got to look at things in their final prepared form to achieve ravioli status. We also have lasagna here. Lasagna, I'm gonna be honest with you, stumped me for a very long time. However, when I looked at layered cakes, and this is not your standard cake that we went over in the soup category, this is layered cakes, I slowly began to realize that lasagnas and layered cakes both were raviolis. What makes them into a ravioli? It's that they are totally encased with a single item. That whether that be a full layer of icing, which is not standard in its actual form. And what I'm trying to say, you know, it differs from an apple. It differs from a baked potato. You can separate the icing from the cake, but you can't separate the skin from an apple or a potato and still call it a baked potato. Or, you know, hey, here's your apple at the grocery store that I skinned up. Not gonna fly. I'm not buying that apple. I don't even want to talk to somebody that's in a grocery store skinning apples ready for everybody to purchase them. No, thank you. However, the lasagna and the layered cakes both count as raviolis because they are multiple layers with no actual openings. They're totally encased, and as such have achieved ravioli status. Now, from right here, I can tell you, you don't really understand what the significance is of soup, sandwich, and raviolis, and I'm telling you, there's a pyramid. Most things in their base form are soups. Few soups, when combined, can form a sandwich, and even fewer can form a ravioli. However, if anything is a ravioli, it's just automatically better. Chicken pot pie, top tier. Lasagna, top tier. Multiple chocolate colored flavored layered cake, top tier. Thank you very, very much. I hope we all learned something from this presentation today. I know I haven't. However, if there is a lesson to be learned, it's that you should never argue with a dumb person. We'll drag you down to our level and beat you with experience. Once again, folks, this has been Mike with Boss Inc. You all take care out there now.